What's up, crypto legends? The price of Bitcoin has been ranging during the last few days. Now, today is Monday. We're going to see some volatility start kicking in the next coming hours. So it is extremely important for you to understand what is the bullish case scenario. I do believe that we could hit $72,000, and I'm going to explain in this episode. Of course, there is that bearish case scenario that if we do lose these support levels that are going to be mentioned in today's update, it's not going to be looking good for Bitcoin. So let's dive in here right away into the content. Now, before we go through what we talked about yesterday, which is extremely important, we did get a bounce, we did get a sign of strength, we did create a double top. This is why we reversed. I'm going to explain exactly how you could have traded this scenario that was mentioned yesterday, legends. Before we continue with that, I want to let you know, Bybit, my favorite crypto trading platform, you get 20% fee reduction with my link in the description, and also that $30,000 worth of bonus. If you cannot trade on Bybit, obviously 𝗬𝗫𝘃, my second best, $20,000 bonus, and they have the lowest fees at the moment. No KYC, so just with an email and a password, you can start trading right away on 𝗬𝗫𝘃. Let's go through the scenario from yesterday, guys, in a nutshell. Then we'll focus on the lower time frames and talk about those levels to see a sign of strength or a sign of weakness. Keeping it simple, I have nothing on the chart. So you can see here a simple chart, and I'm going to get those levels in right away from yesterday. Naked point of control and daily levels. Super simple. We saw yesterday here the price action tackling this level, getting the resistance. And we talked about a sign of strength. If we were to break above this level of resistance, we are very likely to flip as support and get the continuation to the upside to possibly hit these highs. Now, of course, what happens here when we have these breakouts? We are very much aware of a double top scenario. If you cannot manage to break the highs of the breakout, you are taking profit. You are getting the heck out of that position because you basically could double top and it could turn out into a fake out. So we were talking about this yesterday, no doubt, okay? We're talking about the breakout of lower high resistance. We're talking about the breakout of the daily, the naked point of control, which is that, high volume node from the 28th of March, okay? Very, very nice. We did break out with some, okay volume. Volume was not huge, but we did get a pretty move here, with price action. We bounced exactly to that level of $70,800 of the naked point of control and the daily, and we moved all the way up to the highs. Now, this is a significant move of around about $500 to $600. That's a beautiful trading setup. If you double top, of course, you're getting a reaction, you're starting to get beneath the highs of the breakout. That is a bad sign. So we need to react quickly on the price action. This is a sign of strength till it's not. Until it's not means, if you double top from the high of the breakout, right? Keeping it simple, guys, so you can understand and how to get into these trading setups. You take profit if you're double topping, okay? As soon as the price gets above the high, okay, then okay, that is good. You can maintain that position open. You are having the position here open as long as you're above the highs. Soon as you start trading beneath, you close that position. This is double topping. You can possibly have a major corrective move in a fake out. So no doubt that was clearly a sign of weakness. You break back beneath the naked point of control in the daily. This ain't looking good. Bang, we got a huge, massive drop. Let's talk about the scenarios that I do see available in the next coming days, right? Days and hours. Look, guys, keeping it simple in a nutshell. Let me get the daily, and naked point of controls out of the way. We're gonna leave them on right now, just for the next coming minutes, because I do think, it's a solid level, and I'm gonna explain right away why this $67,000 range is solid. But first of all, we got the drop here, okay? We did get a drop here the last few hours. Where did it bounce? All-time high of 2021, guys. We're zooming out on the daily. The previous all-time high of 2021 is an important level. When we zoom in here on the chart, we've been bouncing the last few days from the previous all-time high of 2021. Look at this, bounce here and bounce here just the last few hours. Something crazy here that is happening is that we are forming insane bullish CVD divergence. You're getting a lot of aggressive shorters. However, the price action is still creating higher lows here during the last week. You can see it here, CVD, massive lower lows, high lows on the price action, meaning that there could be a high chance that the highs here at $61,800 range could be taken. There's also a bunch of liquidity, over $1 billion in short liquidations sitting at the $72,000 area. That is giving us probability that we are holding this range and we could be going to higher levels. Now, this did create a swing failure pattern from this low on the 29th of March. Beautiful, right? Previous all-time high of 21. We have the lows right there. Beautiful swing failure pattern, already bouncing $800 during the last hour. So if you missed this long position, would I long here? Absolutely not, guys, because this could just be a dead cat bounce. You're getting the resistance from higher low support potentially in the next coming hours, right? You got the VWAP, which is very far away at the moment, but overall, you know, we're just about a few $100s to that VWAP. This could just get the resistance from higher low support and the VWAP and roll back down. This is just a dead cat bounce. We're coming down to test the lows. I would take into consideration a double bottom here in the next coming hours. Coming back down to test this low would be epic. If you do swing failure pattern from this low, creating a double bottom, that could give us a really nice long position. Remember, we have a bunch of liquidity at $72,000 range. We are forming bullish CVD divergence. There are people shorting the market right now here during the last few days and even more right there. And we are still maintaining higher lows as we're forming lower lows on the CVD, giving us a high probability in taking those highs. Now, of course, we want to be patient. We want to have a plan. This doesn't mean we need a long here. We could roll down and break down from this zone, okay, and go to much lower levels. We're going to talk about the higher time frame level of support, but that is a trading setup. You come down, you test the lows after this dead cat bounce, and you form a double bottom. If you get into a long position, you got a $3,000 move to the upside here potentially in the coming days to take some epic profits. This is if we do not V-shape recover from current price levels, which is very, very possible based on the bullish CVD and the amount of liquidity that we have here at the $72,000 range. Now let's talk about the biggest support level also that we do have on the higher time frames. If we were to break down here, of course, we do have a much larger support level. This is the ultimate level of support that if we do break, I personally think that we have a high chance that we're going to go to $61,000 range, okay? We break this point of control from the last couple of weeks, which is at $67,217. We got a naked point of control from the 25th of March. We break down from this level, of course, in the next coming days. That is going to be insanely bearish. We have a high probability that we're going to go down to $61,000. Sign of strength. I'm still very skeptical on the possibility of coming up here, guys, because what I do see on the chart is this being a 1, 2, okay, a 3. You know, is this a 4? Is this going to be a 5 right now? We are forming, you know, a really complex triangle structure right over here where it's, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, in an A, B, C, D, E. And then we're going to create the 5th wave, right? Is this a possibility right now in the next coming days? I see it very choppy. You know, it is possible. This is definitely a very, very complex corrective move on the lower time frames, right? There's not a 3-wave structure. No doubt this is, you know, more of a 5-wave structure in A, B, C, D, E. The question is, could this be a 1 wave, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to create that 5th wave? If that were to be the case, I would be extremely cautious. This could only be a liquidity grab above $71,800. Make sure to pay attention because this could definitely create a massive swing failure pattern, okay? We could definitely come to the highs, claim that liquidity, and get a rejection. Remember, the price likes to get the liquidity and then get a major pullback. If this were to be the case, remember, guys, we are inside of an epic range. What happens when you're ranging? You come and claim the highs and you drop. You're ranging, you come and claim the lows and you pump, okay? So the range lows are good for a bounce. The range highs are good for a rejection. So if you were to create that massive move to claim the liquidity here, then reject from these levels. If you start trading beneath this level in, you know, just a few minutes after hitting the high, this is likely going to get a pretty decent pullback, I would be aiming for the VWAP, and aiming basically for, the closest levels of support to take profit and protect your position with your stop loss. Could it have enough power to break down? Well, this is something that we need to see with the price action, of course. You just need to be extremely defensive. But yeah, basically a shorting zone is a swing failure pattern from the local highs of this range. And the setups here to long, like I mentioned, double bottom would be nice. We've got bullish CVD divergence. And if we do break down, this is the level that we need to hold, the $67,000 range, as it's the highest volume node. And of course, it would not make sense for the price action to actually gain that momentum here. If you lose this level, this would be definitely an ABC scenario and a much larger ABC structure. Legends, if you do want the best on-off ramp, okay, to flip your crypto into euro, all of those people in the European Union, you got the 𝗕𝗶. Very low fees, extremely easy to use platform, guys, and the debit card, crypto debit card to spend your crypto profits is coming very, very soon. Check out the link down below, 𝗕𝗶, guys. It is totally free. Make sure to check it out, guys. It is super easy friendly to use. Down below, you have the link for the 𝗕𝗶. Not much more here on the price of Bitcoin. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We'll be doing a live stream to take a look at the best altcoins and greatest trading opportunities. Take a look at the Bybit tutorial to learn how to trade on that platform, guys. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.